All right, press one if you can hear me. Press one if you can motherfucking hear me. Okay, cool. Yeah, this motherfucking bitch thinks she's slick. I got you, bitch. It's all good. It was kind of just in time because shit, I just got back doing some motherfucking running and shit. So I said, fuck it, why not? Why not? But as we can see, it's the same old shit. The same old shit. Once again, you fuck with me, hit the likes. If you don't, hit the dislike. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Also, feel free to shut the fuck up and donate to my spiritual fund just as well. If you got any questions or suggestions, feel free to reach me at the email strolling down below. But yeah, I was listening to this shit. And it's like, oh, okay, bitch. Really? I got you. You know I got you overheard. Let's go ahead and listen to this bullshit.
Posted some gems up there for my ladies, of course. There used to be a time where I used to promote celibacy on my channel all of the time because I myself was celibate for a very long time.
A very long time. You couldn't come up with no yours this time? Okay.
And this was after I worked at the swingers club. I decided to be polyamorous. And a lot of times people believe that polyamory and promiscuity are the same thing when they're two completely different things. But that's a whole nother video. So anyway, after
whole nother video you don't know, still don't know shit about. You sitting up here running around YouTube talking about you this motherfucking relationship counselor, bitch. When you can't even hold a goddamn relationship. What kind of shit is that? It's like goddamn car salesman talking about he sell cars, but he ain't got no cars to sell.
got out of the swingers lifestyle and stopped working at the swingers club, I took a break and decided that I was going to be celibate for a little while to get some type of healing. And I would encourage women
to get some type of healing. And you still came back ain't shit. How does this shit work for you? I mean, you sit here talking about this high value woman and high value man shit, bitch. How can you sit here be talking about a high value nigga? You ain't a high value bitch. What high value bitch do you know that's still in the goddamn extended stay hotel with a goddamn baby? What high value bitch you know got to sit here and scam motherfuckers out for pennies on a fucking dollar? I keep going on and on and on and on about your ass, bitch. You sit here talking about a goddamn high value man. No, bitch. What you need to put in your motherfucking vocabulary is average nigga. Matter of fact, you no nigga. That's what the fuck you need to put. You can't afford a date, bitch.
have like the 90-day rule, just get to know a guy, not because they want to control the situation, not because they want to play some type of game, but because 90 days will tell you a lot about a guy. That's the bare minimum to sit and wait. So earlier today on my
well, 90 days ain't gonna work for your ass. Either way, it's not gonna work for you. Cause them 90 days, you're gonna make sure the motherfucker don't find your all your fucked up shit you got going on up in your head and around you.
I posted men who only want sex and men who want a serious relationship. They tend to speak the same language and they may even have the same behaviors temporarily, but figuring out which one the man you are being pursued by is a process. So no sex on the first date, third date, or the fifth date. Give it a solid 6 to 12 months so you can see what type of man this man is. Now, of course.
Did you say that about your motherfucking ex-fiance? The one you're supposed to been marrying up in Washington? Shit, I'm pretty sure he was just there for motherfucking less than motherfucking 90 days. He was up there for a week, remember?
Underneath the comment, underneath my post, inside of the comment section, and came the low energy dudes, the underachieving dudes, the dusties, the underdeveloped, the misguided.
God damn. You surely know how to motherfucker call motherfuckers names. I mean, she surely does. Everybody a dusty. You say something she don't like, oh, you're dusty. Oh, you're underprivileged. Oh, you's a lame. Motherfuckers say shit for motherfucker sound factor, but you ask them why. What makes them lame, or what makes them underprivileged, or what makes them dusty? They gonna say the motherfucker wackest shit ever. The shit ain't gonna make no fucking sense.
Who have rudimentary game to begin with. They have no type of skill set. And of course, instant gratification is something that they
shit, Aisha, you let her tell it. She'll tell a motherfucker every day, all day. She thinks she's high achieving because she got a college degree. But you ask her to show it, she'll sit here and give you all the fucking excuses.
So rushing a woman into bed is something normal for them. If you meet a man who thinks that 6 to 12 months is a long time to wait to have sex, these men have no patience or no self-control, okay? They're underqualified. These are not men that you need to entertain. These men are the definition of dusty. This is the first sign right here that you're dealing with the wrong type of man. If he doesn't have the self-control to go without sex for 6 to 12 months, 6 months, a year is not a long time at all, especially when it comes to self-care, all right? Self-care is a universal thing. It's something that men and women do. So when you are taking the time to get to know somebody, whether it's 6 to 12 months, whether it's 2 years, this time frame is important. This is something that you have to do. This is not an option. This is something that is beneficial to both parties involved. When people skip over this part of the process, this is why relationships fail. This is why relationships are unsuccessful, because everybody wants to be the exception to the rule. Everybody wants to feel like their specific relationship is different from everybody else's. You know, those relationships where two people get together and
everybody's relationship is different. Some people tolerate different shit. Some people only could go for different shit. But the key thing of it is, Sasha Ray, is communication. Let me break that down for you. That means you got to be upfront. You can't be motherfucking lying. Talking about you got all these goddamn streams of fucking income when you don't. And rent come due, here it is. You come up with another story, or you make up a goddamn lie about, oh, I didn't say that.
hooked up pretty fast and now they're still in a successful relationship years later. That's an exception to the rule, y'all. And everybody thinks that their situation is going to be the exception. And then we turn around and we look at each other and we see why there's so much divorce, and we see why there's so much, breakups around, toxic relationships around. It's because people didn't take the time to communicate and get to know each other. And they actually feel like 6 months to a year is wasting their time. No, that is more than enough time for you to figure out, is this somebody that you want to continue to keep growing with?
For some people, it can be. And for some people, it might not be. I mean, everybody is motherfucking different. You sitting up and trying to tell people, oh, that's enough time. I say a year is enough time. I mean, enough time. 6 months, now you kind of know what you're dealing with, but you don't know who you actually dealing with. Just like with you, Priest knew what he was dealing with, but he didn't actually know who the fuck he was dealing with. I want you to ask yourself that, Science Ray. If Priest actually knew what the fuck he was dealing with when he first met your monkey ass, would you would have got a second date out of him? Hell no. If he would have seen clearly of this shit that you doing now, on back to the time he last seen your monkey ass, would he still be with you? No. Would these motherfuckers went out on a second date with you? Hell the fuck no.
Handle everything with speed is something that somebody who has nothing to offer will do. You don't have anything to offer. You don't have anything to bring to the table. You don't have anything to protect. So of course you're going to move so swiftly with just any random person because you're not afraid of losing it. Okay. Now there are people out there who have something to offer and they try to move swiftly because they lack patience, or they want their situation to be the exception because they feel like the exception.
Jap said, why is he still fat? because she ain't did shit. These whole fucking 5 months, the bitch ain't did shit. She ain't been doing shit. Ain't that right, Sansa?
Is the rule when really it isn't. The rule is if you move too fast, you're going to crash and burn. The exception to the rule are the people who move fast and they end up having a successful relationship. That's the exception. And it can't be an exception to a rule if the exception was happening to everybody. Okay, so back to this comment that I posted. Guy comes in my comment section. He says, that's bullshit. Nobody's going to wait 6 to 12 months. And so I'm like, oh, of course not. If they are dusty, they're not going to wait that long. Like, no.
Oh, if they are dusty, they're not going to wait that long. Wow. So if a nigga that don't want to wait 6 months to 12 months just to motherfucker smash the chick, he's a dusty. Wow. See, did I tell y'all? These motherfuckers on this platform, they say shit for fucking sound factor. Use a dusty because you didn't want to wait 6 months to motherfucking 12 months just to hit a bitch. Especially a bitch like this right here. Oh shit! I tell you, man, you can't win with these motherfuckers. You can't. You can't win with these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers are always fucked up. It ain't just her. It's a lot of more motherfuckers too. Oh. Now, do y'all remember? And I'm thinking on Black Woman's Fair for a hot second. Hey, you're probably listening. I'm gonna call it for what the fuck it is because I already called this shit out. Now, do y'all remember that video talking about, oh, this is why I'm leaving YouTube? Press one in the room. Let me go to my other screen. Press one in the room. Y'all remember that? Where the video at now? Where's the video at now? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be done. Because I told y'all. She ain't going no motherfucking work. Motherfucker gonna leave YouTube, they just gonna up the motherfucking lead. They ain't gotta make no motherfucking big ass announcement. But let's get back to this bitch.
Dusty's gonna wait 6 to 12 months. I've had men wait 2 to 3 years to kick it with me because that's what time it takes to build a friendship. You don't just build a friendship in a week, 2 weeks, 3 months. It just doesn't happen unless it's an exception to the rule. And like I said, not everybody an exception to the rule. So anyway, he's like, that's insane. I'm like, well, I have men who are trying now and they still waiting. Just because you lack self-control doesn't mean that you can assume that all men are like that. All men won't have patience. That's just you. And he's like, well, I have self-control. I'm just not going to have a woman that's not a virgin with high mileage waste my time and play games with me like that. And this is what I mean by the underqualified men. They never do.
This is what you mean by the underqualified man. So let me get this shit right. That means you's a qualified bitch. To be talking about underqualified men, that means you's a qualified bitch. That's what you're saying to us. That you're qualified to tell people all this bullshit that you're telling them. That's what you're trying to say?
Any type of self-reflection, they will have this copious amount of women that they done slept with. They promiscuous themselves, lack self-control as far as their sexuality goes, but they want low mileage versions. Like, seriously? I don't understand it. You can go around and have high mileage and sleep with all of these women, and that's just perfectly fine. But if a woman is like that, you can't sleep with her? She's not good enough for you? How would you like it if a woman looked at you like that? You're walking around here with all this high mileage.
And some women do. I mean, it is what it is. It works both ways, Sansa Ray. But I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing. Because we're going to pick up on it in a minute. Hot second. It's getting there.
A woman has considered not even dealing with you. So I say to him, listen, most men have high mileage. If she makes you wait, clearly her mileage isn't high because she isn't letting just any random man bang the first chance he gets. Women who rush into sex with you usually rush into sex with most men, and the longer you wait, the better. So just because she takes time to get to know you doesn't mean it's a game. You think it's a game because you coming in on some game type shit. You want sex. Men who are playing games and who aren't pressed to have sex are rushing women into doing anything. They have too much to lose. And getting to know a woman isn't a waste of time. And the fact that you think that proves that you're a dusty who only wants sex. Let me tell you something.
Okay, so basically Sansa Ray wants a man to take the time to get to know her ass, to see how much full of shit she is, to see how much an ain't shit bitch she is, to see how much a trifling bitch she is, to see how much shit she got fucked up in her motherfucking background, and to see how much she ain't got her shit together. So they gotta wait 6 months for goddamn bitch that stand in goddamn extended stay hotel with a mom and a daughter and goddamn dog and motherfucking her son. This bitch want the motherfucking red carpet rolled out to her ass. Bitch, you ain't got too much motherfucking to offer. You can't cook a nigga a Sunday dinner. So how the fuck you gonna sit here talking about an underqualified man?
Men who have an issue with a woman holding off, getting to know you before she has sex with you, these type of men don't recognize women who have self-respect. They feel like,
oh yeah, she's still in the hotel, y'all. She's still in the fucking hotel. She gonna talk this smoke screen shit about they just reach it. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. And come on, because if you was in the motherfucking house, you'd be able to be in the room like that fucking empty room you was in the other house to be able to film without showing the outside and all the extra other shit. But as soon as you do, you're gonna have a big ass smile on your face. Oh yeah, this my new YouTube studio. No, that's your new house, bitch. Okay.
women shouldn't have self-respect. They should just go ahead and just sleep with a man simply because she likes him. And I tell women all the time, what is a man doing other than looking good and you just liking him because, you know, you like his swagger or whatever? What is it that he's doing that makes him worth you giving your time and energy to? Like, what is he doing? What has he proved to you? Has he showed you anything? Let me tell you something about high quality men, all right? High quality men care about their lineage. They care about their finances, their time, their bodies, their sperm. They're going to get to know women. Getting to know a woman isn't a waste of time, and a man with self-respect understands that. Have respect for yourself. Have self-respect, ladies, and watch a dusty decay right in front of you. The deterioration starts right there. What is a man doing for you other than looking good? What is he doing for you? I'm sorry, but I'm worth more than a change for 20, okay? I tell women all the time, don't fall for these dudes' potential, especially if they over 30. See, potential is something you fall for when they're younger and they got time to build something. But when these men get over 30, they should have already built a foundation for themselves. Men have got to have.
But you ain't build shit for yourself. So how the fuck can you use to sit here and tell somebody else what they should have? Oh shit, this bitch driving an Uber car, but trying to tell a nigga, oh, you need to have a Rolls Royce just to talk to me. And this bitch in the motherfucker Uber rental. Okay.
The bare minimum when you're dating them, the house, the car, you know, you too, even if it's just an apartment, he ain't even gotta have a house, he can have an apartment as long as he has his own place and his own job, his own car. These are things that you should require as bare minimum, and these are the things that you should have for yourself if you're out here.
Oh, okay. Well, what if he got a extended stay hotel like you do? Answer that question, bitch. What if he got a extended stay hotel just like you do? Is he underqualified?
Don't nobody want to build a bear man. I am not gonna play Mr. Miyagi to some grown man. I'll pass. Don't know.
But Priest had to play Mr. Miyagi to you. He had to tell you to get your ass in the goddamn tub.
He got time to be training no man. And I made that mistake before with somebody who was 38. There is no reason in the world why a man who is 38 should be walking around with a low-paying job.
Oh, really? Well, let's go ahead and reverse this shit then, bitch. There should be no motherfucking reason why a bitch 38 should be motherfucking driving Uber.
No car, no place to live. A lot of
Once again, it should be no bitch that's 38 that's still staying with her baby daddy.
men gonna come to you and they have this rudimentary basic game, and as a woman you got to stop falling for that. So another guy comes into the comment section and he basically says, life is meant to be lived and mistakes are meant to be made and things are meant to be discovered, and he starts talking about how this type of thing is too complex to analyze. And I'm thinking to myself, no, it's actually quite simple. You have to observe and learn. Men and women.
Sasha Ray, trust and motherfucking believe. That's what the fuck we doing over here. We over here learning off your ass and we observing off your ass. I learned a lot of motherfucking extra lessons. Shit, listen to your ass.
Men are taught very differently as far as relationships go. Like, first of all, you have to live your life responsibly. Winging it or going with the flow will have you hurt and in pain. And going with the flow didn't do anything but make me a target for predators most.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You went with the motherfucking flow because you wanted to. Don't nobody go with the motherfucking flow unless they want to. The fuck out of here with that bullshit.
My life. And men are out here destroying women. As women, we are out here unprotected, and instead of good men taming the bad men, women get chastised for making choices, these poor choices in these men. And instead, we're taught to protect ourselves from these predators and correct our own behavior. Meanwhile, they're telling both parties, both men and women, live free, go with the flow. But when you tell a predator something like that, and you tell them to live free and go with the flow, they start doing detrimental, toxic shit to women, and they are celebrated. They get pats on the back for being players and sleeping around with a whole bunch of women. Men get patted on the back for having high mileage. Every beta male is praising men and want to be like these men when they go around here and they sleep with a whole bunch of women. These men are impressed by the debris and broken hearts of women who were unfortunate enough to cross the paths of these.
Okay. There it is. She's trying to make the fucking choices and situations that she put herself in. Let me repeat myself. She's trying to make the choices and the situations she put herself in be a victim. No, bitch. You know what the fuck you were doing. You voluntarily did all that shit. Nobody tricked you. Nobody give you no fucking promises. You volunteered yourself.
Toxic men. It's not as complex, and analyzing it is important. You have to observe and learn. Women have to understand your yoni is a reward, okay? It's for the high quality man. Consequently, you need to take the time to verify these men. Evaluate, okay? You got to have calculated steps during this process.
Shit. If anything, we need to tell motherfuckers to definitely evaluate your ass. Only Preach would have listened, boy. Only if he would have motherfucking listened.
You can't just go up in there all willy-nilly. That's not good, because you're going to meet men who have no skill set. You're going to meet the low energy dudes. You're going to meet the dusties. You're going to meet the underachievers, the underdeveloped, the misguided, the underqualified. And you need to be able to decipher the difference between them and a good man, because like I said, both of them speak the same language initially. And building a friendship with these dudes takes time. For you to understand who they are, that takes time. And so Back to that other Dusty who was like, no man's gonna wait no 6 to 12 months. He was like, no self-respect.
I mean, this bitch is just going off at the motherfucking mouth, calling everybody a Dusty. In that case, what the fuck are you? Why don't you answer that at least? What the fuck are you? I love to hear that come out your goddamn mouth. What type of motherfucking bitch are you, Sasha Ray? Can somebody answer that in the chat? She said calling everybody a Dusty. Everybody a hobo. I mean, what a sexual hobo. Underachieving value, underachieving man. All types of shit. What the fuck are you?
Man will deal with having to wait for 6 to 12 months. And I'm like, you are insane. If you think 6 months to a year is a long time to date a woman without having sex, what self-respecting man would want to give himself to a strange woman he doesn't know? High-value men don't bother with random women. They get to know women first. They have too much to offer to waste it on the wrong woman. They are in no rush to do anything. They have their lineage to think about. They have to protect their finances and
Yeah. Somebody call her, two people call her a homosexual. One person call her ain't shit bitch.
sperm. They have to take it slow to protect themselves. And instead of using sex as a way to express themselves, they prefer superior methods during the selection process. So another man came into the comment section and he asked me, do you think...
Right, Ivy? That's what she said. If a man don't want to wait 6 months to 12 months, he a Dusty. Okay. Oh, shit. I told you, motherfuckers make their own little terminology because the shit sound good. Hey, where my mind's at? Y'all ain't clearing the messages. Yeah, make sure y'all, all my minds that's free. Make sure y'all clear everybody's message. Right on, whoever did that.
The man will be celibate during the trial phase with you. Now, he's calling the trial phase the 6 to 12 months. I wouldn't call that the trial phase, but that's what he wants to call it. I personally think that's the time that you need to figure out who this man is. Now, everything has a trial period. Hell, if you go to a job, you got a probationary period. Men should have a probationary period with women too. This is not something that women should just be doing to men.
Okay, cool. You said something that was finally fucking correct. There was a well-balanced sentence that you just made. Now apply that to your other shit that you be saying, but you can't. Because you want everybody to come on her and, you know what I'm saying, comfort you because of your fucking feelings. Okay.
Be doing this to women too. Okay, you need to be getting to know these women. Get to know each other. Look deep before you leap. Do you think the man will be celibate during the trial phase with you? He will be sex free with you all the while still having sex elsewhere. Biologically, we're different. And I said, well, if he's into me truly, probably so. He'll wait for me. He'll wait for me. He'll go 6 to 12 months if he's truly into me. If not, then that's his choice for him. And I wouldn't want a man who can't control himself sexually. If he can't go without sex for 6 to 12 months, he most likely couldn't deal with monogamous committed relationship anyway. If he was honest about casually sleeping with other women, I'd still consider dating him because of his honesty. If he is having sex with other women, there may be another woman he is more interested in than he is in me, and I'll factor that in. To me, a man who can't control himself, a man who doesn't have discipline, is not a man that I want to kick it with. So he was like, well, he put in quotations, he said, if he can't go without sex for 6 to 12 months, he most likely couldn't deal with a monogamous committed relationship. Anyway, he said, I don't understand how those two things go together. And I'm like, okay, listen, I'm going to try to put it in layman's terms, because I don't have to explain this to a man who is of high quality. High quality men, a high value man will understand this. The fact that I have to...
So this bitch is saying, because she don't want to get no motherfucking pussy up, you know what I'm saying, within 6 to 12 fucking months, that if you don't understand that, you're not a high quality man. If a bitch tell me that, hey man, shit, that's what the fuck it is. Shit, see ya.
Explain this to you means you have a dubious character. But let me explain it to you. Let's see if I can get you to figure this out. Any type of man who is sitting up here confused about the statement that I made as far as monogamy goes, you have to understand if you don't have enough self-control and discipline when you're single, you're not going to be able to have the self-control and discipline required to be in a committed monogamous relationship with a woman. So if me and you are sitting here and we're dating, I might not even tell you. I might just be waiting and chilling and holding off until I get to know you. If you can't control yourself and you got to sleep around with a whole bunch of women while you're getting to know me, I'm going to feel like you are more interested in those women than you are into me. When a man is,
well, bitch, oh fucking well. I'll be fucking some other bitches. Shit, fuck that. Waiting on your motherfucking ass. What the fuck? Well, bitch, I guess I ain't a high quality motherfucking nigga.
genuinely interested in a woman, he is genuinely interested in her, not other women. You understand? He's genuinely interested in her. It's the same thing with women. Okay? Women will sit by the phone and wait for a dude that they're interested in. And no other man on the planet will match her. All right? If you got a decent woman, that's how she rocks. So you can't sit here and tell me that a man is genuinely interested in me, but he can't seem to have the self-discipline to sit still and hold off on having sex with a woman, with other women, for 6 to 12 months. It's just 6 to 12 months. It's not like it's 5 years. If a man comes to me and he's honest about what he wants and he's saying, you know, he wants to sleep with other women, I'll take that in consideration because he doesn't have to tell me the truth. It's men lying about that. So the fact that he's honest with me saying, yo, I've slept with this woman or I've wanted to sleep with this woman, I can respect that and I'm going to factor that in. You know, then I get to decide whether I kick it with him or not. He goes into this whole thing. He says, the biological reality. You know, men are basically biologically different. Just as a woman has a time frame to get married, and that's her prerogative, a man can have a time frame to begin copulation within a relationship. And I totally agree. He said, you are literally removing a year of a man's sexual life. It's just sex. A man's sexual life? Like, you mean to tell me your sexual life?
Yeah. So basically what he's trying to tell you, bitch, since you're supposed to be this high value bitch. Now, what if he waited goddamn whole fucking 6 months to a fucking year and your motherfucking pussy whack, bitch? So you ain't think about that, did you? You just thinking about a motherfucking one-way street that you trying to motherfucking paint. No, it's a two-way street, Sansa Ray. So that's your fucking problem. You coming in this shit with a one-way street. On a one-way street.
President over everything else that you're doing in your life? Like, you mean to tell me the only thing that matters to you out of all of the things in your life is your sexual life? Like, that's not the type of man I want. Let me tell you something. A high value man or a high quality man has so many other things that's happening in his life. Like, what other projects is he working on? What is he doing outside of sleeping around, watching Netflix, and going to work every day? What a man does when he's participating in extracurricular activities says a lot about who that man is. High value men don't necessarily put their sex life to the top of their priority list. So when his man says to me, you are literally removing a year of a man's sexual life. Listen, most men who don't have their sex life as priority are not hurting simply because they went a year without having sex. You understand? They're so busy doing so many other things. And so he says, this is a faith test. You know, 6 to 12 months of you holding off is a faith test. Well, I'm thinking to myself, listen, okay, call it a faith test. If that's what you want to call it probationary period. Call it a arbitrary test, a completely unnecessary test. If that's what you need to call it to help yourself sleep better at night, you knock yourself out. Okay? If that's what you need to do. A high quality man is also in the process of testing a female as well. He has to have a faith test as well. No man wants to be investing his time and energy into the wrong woman.
Like you. This bitch got the fucking nerves, man. I'm sitting over here like, I know this bitch ain't. But Coming for her. Yeah. Yeah.
Men are testing women all of the time. The dusties, the high valued men, they're all testing women all day, all night. But to hear that a woman is testing a man back is one thing that these men are unable to handle. Now, he claims that I would be offended if this man decided to not invest money into her for 2 years. And I'm like, listen, only a dusty or a low budget woman will complain about proving themselves. If you want the position, do what you can to get it or move out the way for a man that will. So if a man wants to take
So this bitch. Oh shit. I know she's not applying this to her real life, but I'm finna make believe like the fuck she doing. So I just want y'all to know that before I start talking this shit. Oh shit. So this bitch just said. Y'all gotta excuse me for a minute, man, because this shit this bitch need to have a disclaimer. She really does. She need to put viewer discretion is very advised. Cause listen to this shit, it's like, what the fuck, bitch? This is sound like some make believe ass shit, bitch. You don't even do this shit. So why the fuck are you sitting how to spread that shit to everybody else to do? This bitch got her motherfucking nerves. Bitch, I wish you would tell me some shit like that. Bitch, I'll tell you shit. Fuck off. See you.
2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever his test is for him, whatever he feels is best suitable for him is for him. And it will eliminate the women that are not fit for him. So I don't understand what the big deal is. As a woman, women should never be scared a man to move on to another woman and have his happily ever after. Men bank on that fear. Men bank on women being afraid to let a man go. Look, don't think because she got him to marry her, she better than you. Listen, somebody got to date the dusties. Somebody got to date the dusties. Not every man is a high valued man. Not every man is a high quality man. And it's the same thing with women. Not every woman is a high quality woman. Some women are dustettes. Let that man be.
Right, just like you. You're a fucking dustette, bitch. Now ask me why I call you a dustette. But once again, you fuck with me, hit the likes. If you don't, hit the dislike. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Also, feel free to shut the fuck up, donate to my spiritual fund. This is where you got any questions or suggestions. Feel free to email me at the email strolling down below. We got 15 likes. Let's go ahead and try to get them up to 25. All right, let's get back to this bitch.
Another bitch problem if you not feeling him. If the way that he move, if the way that he rock don't fit you, then let him go. And don't be upset about it. If he failed your faith test or you failed his, okay, moving along. But having sex too soon will not have a man stuck on you. Giving a man more of what he doesn't appreciate doesn't make sense. Don't fall for that domesticated, outdated bullshit, because that shit won't make a man stay with you either. Like the whole, oh, you gotta cook, oh, you gotta clean, oh, you gotta be wife material type of crap. Come on, man. These stringent guidelines, like, listen, cooking and cleaning is a bare minimum for survival. Every person, not just women, should know how to do that. If you don't know how to do that as a man, then you don't deserve to be in a.
You don't know how to do that as a woman. So what the fuck are you talking about? Y'all heard this bitch? She said, talking about, oh, that should be the bare minimum. And you don't even do it. It's true. Because we see your motherfucking shit, your background of shit, most of the goddamn videos you've been doing that you don't fucking clean up. We got confirmation for not one, but two people that said the same goddamn thing as well. Oh my God. People, this goes to show you how most of these motherfuckers on her giving all these motherfucking advices. Oh, let me adjust my goddamn mic. Giving all these goddamn advices, and they ain't applying the shit to themselves. How does that work? How does the fuck that work? But I get it. It's for sound factor. Ain't that right, Science Ray? It sound good as a motherfucker, don't it?
Partnership either. I'm so sick of these weird domesticated gender roles that these men, have. Oh, she can't cook. She can't clean. This is something a Dusty cares about because they looking for a mama. These are the same men who can't even afford home ownership, but then turn around and want a woman to cook and clean. Okay.
Oh. Look who got the fucking nerves talking about some home ownership. Didn't you buy a house last year, bitch? Didn't you lease a house last year, bitch? Now you understand the state. But you ain't a dust that. You ain't a dust that is your Science Ray. Okay.
Provide a home for a woman, and then maybe you'll find a woman who will cook and clean for you. But you can't be sitting here a low energy dust.
Oh, provide a home for a woman. Oh, okay. Just as I figured. She said all this shit to fit her narrative and her situation. That's all she doing. That's all the fuck she doing, y'all. I mean, like I said, you listen to her long enough, you can tell that she's trying to make herself, look better than what the fuck she is. That's all she's doing.
An underachiever with a lack of skill set over here expecting a woman to submit to you. That's just bullcrap. I posted this other comment to my Instagram. It was interesting. It was from this guy, Viva Wood Life. It was a thread, high maintenance women and the men who hate them. And I agree with this. This guy says, you don't hate high maintenance women. You hate the fact that you lack the resources and the tools to perform the maintenance. You hate the fact that you lack the discernment and discipline to choose women who fit your budget. You don't hate high maintenance women. You hate the perceived inconvenience and cost. You hate having to move beyond copy and paste messages, treating all women as if they live up to the negative stereotypes that women-hating men have perpetuated. Stop confusing a high maintenance woman with an undeserving, underperforming, and unqualified woman, and you won't have that issue anymore. Stop trying to do the bare minimum, and you'll position yourself to attract and collect the maximum. Being less doesn't equal you getting more. Let me make it simple. And this goes back to what I said about the guy saying, oh, it's too complex to analyze. Well, here's the simplification for you. A Rolls Royce and a hoopty are both high maintenance machines. Most likely you choose wrong and were bamboozled into paying Rolls Royce prices for a hoopty, and now you're jaded. Or you wanted to get something for nothing and ended up with nothing for something. The greater the value, the greater the cost or burden. There's often a lofty price to pay for the luxury, access, and performance that you desire. The price may be in the form of time, respect, adoration, attention, concern, knowledge, and or money. In closing, a great and high-quality woman is always affordable to a great man, but never cheap. I'm telling you, it's some men out there that have themselves together. Fellas, you have to stop taking advice from misogynistic sexists who hate women. And we're talking about these betas who are incessant on disrespecting women. The men who are displaying exuberance when women are mistreated. The guys that have the proclivity to scream disadvantage in unison. These men with the mommy issues. Once you stop listening to them, you'll be more successful with women. Don't sit there and be famished and parched and deprived of the yachty. You feel what I'm saying? These are the men who think waiting for sex is some type of punishment or game created by a woman as a form of control, when really it's the time needed to get to know a person. These men are equivalent to the bitter all men ain't shit types. Fast, successful relationships are exceptions to the rule. Women out here trying to be an exception to the rule, they get hurt more because they are moving fast with every man they are attracted to. And these men out here who are, Dusties, the misogynistics, the sexists, the women haters, you know, they got degradation on tap, just slow sipping. They tend to move swiftly as well. That's why you see the low energy men walking around here with this collection of baby mamas or this path of destruction and debris behind them of all of these failed relationships. And here's another problem. Good men do not check bad men. They tell women to go with the flow, and then we end up getting played. Or they tell women to choose better after chastising us for getting played by a guy they didn't even bother checking, by the guy that they praise, the guy that they praise for playing women. No woman want to be purgatory adjacent, running around with these demons who are predatorial and want imminent annihilation of women they can't control. Ladies, don't pass out your Miss Muffin too soon. We are considered poor quality when we pass out our Miss Muffin, right? If you wait to pass out your Miss Muffin, then you're classified as a bitch or a chick that's playing games. Let me save you much trepidation, okay? Be careful with your love box. Don't be anxious to pass out your banana basket. Should you expect a man to be celibate during the time of you sitting there, waiting to get to know them? That's up to you. And don't fall for that whole biological differences. Men use our biological differences as an excuse to be promiscuous while completely disregarding our biological misfortune, like our menstrual periods. They make fun of us. They have these sick PMS jokes or don't even bother attempting to understand the severity of PMDD. I mean, fellas, come on. You go.
Okay. She up here talking a gang of motherfucking bullshit that's not making no goddamn sense. She all over the fucking place. I mean, just all over the fucking place. She moved from a period to a different type of nigga to a different type of chick not passing out her fruits and shit.
A year without having sex. It's like, oh my God.
It is. These messages are made up in her goddamn head. You could tell.
Blue balls. That's the worst thing you got to deal with. Like, sometimes you have a wood that requires you to have to jizz in a sock. That's it. That's all you got to worry about. Meanwhile, as a woman,
because she needs some more streaming income. That's basically why. Ain't that right, Sasha? Right.
got to worry about stuff like premenstrual dysphoric disorder. That's a woman's brain having an abnormal response to a hormone change during her cycle. Let me tell you what women have to deal with on their cycle while you sitting here so concerned about, your morning wood. During our cycle, acne, cramps, muscle spasms, numbness, painful breast, insomnia, fatigue, muscle aches, diarrhea, or constipation.
My thing of it is, we got a mascot in the house, Raider Rat. Everybody say what's up to Raider Rat. But my thing of it is how the fuck can you sit here and say all this shit, Sans Ray, when you're not going out there to the field, getting experience or having experience? That's my biggest thing about this shit that you spewing. It's like you just look at the fucking internet and you think that's fucking life. No, it's not. This internet shit, a lot of this internet shit, 99% of this internet shit is fucking fake, y'all. It's just a small portion. This, what I'm saying, this real excuse me. This reality. Or you kind of base it with reality. Got a lot of opinions floating out her. You said, who is Ray the Rat? Do you think? Oh, no, it's not the rat. That's our mascot. Oh shit. Well, what was I saying? But yeah, I mean, a lot of shit on this motherfucking internet is not fucking real. So that's why when she get to saying a lot of this shit, she don't even sound right. She thinks she sound right because she sees somebody else say it. Just imagine this bitch going up to a dude. Oh, you're not a high value man. You sound just like a Dusty. She gonna look at her like, bitch, I know you fucking did with all this kicked up ass makeup and a goddamn hooded shirt and a dry ass fucking weave. Talking about I'm a Dusty and you stay in a motherfucking Motel 6. Oh. Shell said, is this the same broad that busted it wide open anywhere from 4 to 14 men in one night? Exactly, Shell. That's why I said she's she's talking differently to make this shit fit her narrative. I don't think he was in there when it's first played, but she was basically saying that, you know, women that have high mileage, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, women that have high mileage, men look at them differently. But men with high mileage, they get praised. And so she went into her story, try to make it, you know, sugarcoat her shit up to make it seem like she's not that bad of a fucking person. When we just seen and heard the shit that she said and did. But oh, that's nothing. This bitch faked her death. Oh, that's nothing. That's so old. Ain't that right, Sansa Ray?
Joint pain, lower back pain, severe headaches, emotional distress. Our hormones are going crazy. Sometimes we're sad, sometimes we're angry, sometimes we have anxiety or hopelessness, we have irritability, we're overwhelmed, we're crying, our vision changes, we're dizzy, we're having panic attacks, we're fainting. We're easy bruising, we're bloating, we're nauseous, we're having hot flashes, our appetite's changing. Maybe we out here craving something. We lack concentration. We're having social dysfunction. We can barely go to work. We can barely go to school. We can barely take care of our kids and do the normal stuff that we would do when we're on our cycle because of these symptoms. We have weight gain, water retention, and we have self-consciousness and self-imaging. We're having heart palpitations and coordination difficulties and forgetfulness and paranoia. And you over here upset because you going a year without sex when this is something that we deal with once a month for like 5 to 7 days? Come on, man. Come on, man. You want us to respect our biological differences, but you guys don't even understand how much pain we.
This bitch don't even go to a motherfucking yearly checkup and she's talking all this shit. Like she's so concerned about her fucking body. Okay.
Go through just with our menstrual cycles. Just with our menstrual cycles, and that's it. So don't ask a woman to take in consideration that you're biologically different from us and your bodies are built to release because you're consistently building up sperm. So your mind and your body works as if you need to continuously release. And at least when you're releasing, it feels good. With us, when we are releasing, our cycles, it is the most painful thing ever. So I don't want to hear nothing about our biological differences unless you want to sit here and have.
Yeah, sure, that's what she said. She said all that shit. I'm like, God damn, that sure is a lot of shit.
A respect for when I'm going through PMS or PMDD or my menstrual cycle. All right, that's fair. And I need for men to stop taking advice from the Dusties. Let me tell you something. Dusties always take a woman having self-respect hard. They take rejection hard. The men that I've rejected or refused to continue to entertain, man, they took it as a blow to their manhood, as if it isn't millions of other women they could try. It's millions of other women that you could fit with. Just because one woman has, rejected you because you failed her faith test or you didn't pass her probation.
I wonder who fuck failed your goddamn test, bitch. Who failed this bitch test right here? That's an interview I will pay for. Cause I love to hear this shit. Who failed the rat test?
Period is still good for you. It's still a learning process. You learn something about yourself when you've been dating someone. Every single relationship that you get in, you learn something new about yourself. And if you still sitting here making the same mistakes over and over and over again with women, you still have not learned the lesson. But this is just my opinion on the matter. I'm just saying to women, get to know these men first. You can stop yourself from going through so much pain if you just get to know these men first. And it's not going to be a short process. None of the stuff is fast. Nothing worth having is going to happen quickly. It's going to take time. It's not something that you can just breeze through. There are no shortcuts to this shit. So you got to do every step. You got to take every step, and you really got to go through the process of getting to know these guys. If you want a healthy situation, you got to build a foundation first. So ladies, be selective. Get to know these men. Get to know where they stand financially. Get to know where they are spiritually, emotionally. Do they have faith in a higher power? Do they exercise? Do they eat right?
Bitch, you don't even exercise. So how the fuck you gonna sit here and require that from a man? You're not even financially stable. So how you gonna require that from a man? I told you. She saying some shit that sound good to the motherfucker, man. Hope nobody ain't taking this motherfucking bitch advice. You're gonna be fucked up in the game. Staying in the stay hotel just like her ass. She's gonna be sending you motherfucking messages. Get a grip, sis. Get a grip, sis.
How do they treat women? How have they treated women in the past? Do they want children? Do they have children already? Does he have a moralistic compass? Does he have a drinking or a drug problem? Does he use heavy profanity? Does he have a criminal record? Does he have any type of education? What was his relationship like with his father or his mother? Is he even capable of loving you? These are all things that you need to think about. And the only way you're going to figure out the truth about these things is if you take the time to do so. You can't go off of what men are telling you the first date.
Oh, so but they supposed to go off with Science Ray tell them the first date. Just like he told Priest you a model. Just like he told Priest you a superstar. What else she told Priest? Oh shit. You got 8 streams of income. You own 2 cars. you ain't own none of that shit. None of it. Oh man. I tell you, man. That's why you gotta watch who you listen to on this motherfucker, who you fuck with, man. These motherfuckers out here, they selling some motherfucking good talking shit. That's just what they selling, some good talking bullshit. Especially this bitch right here. You go up to this bitch with a camera and everything. Like, bitch, we see you coming out this goddamn hotel. No, you're not, dummy. You don't know what you're talking about. You're stalking me. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yeah, motherfuckers got roaches crawling on their wall. Like, man, you got roaches in your shit. Nigga, you don't know me. Like, nigga, I just seen that shit. Nigga, roof leaking from the motherfucking top of the goddamn ceiling and shit. Like, damn, bro, why is your motherfucking wall, you know what I'm saying, got that motherfucking piss stain on it? Oh, man, that's just the way it's designed. I tell you, man. Hey, you got a lot of science rays on this motherfucker, man. I tell you that. That's a fact.
3rd date, 5th date. Men will tell you anything because they trying to get you in bed. They'll tell you they Drake's first cousin to get you in bed. They tell you whatever it is that you need to hear. So you have to pay attention to their actions. And I don't mean...
Well, science ray, I'll tell you one thing. Bitch, I got 505.
Their actions for a little bit of time. I mean, their actions for an extended amount of time. After the first 3 to 6 months of a situation, people start showing you who they truly are. You can only listen. The honeymoon bliss only lasts for a little while. Once you get over that and you start being around this man all of the time, you'll get to see whether he's doing whatever he can to stick to the situation. If he's so anxious to leave, if he keep trying to leave over and over again, or you considering leaving, or he's talking about sleeping with other women, or whatever, he's not the type of man for you. Because who a dusty is pretending to be every day for the first 3 to 6 months, It's not something he can keep up, and you'll start seeing those red flags. Trust.
Right. She is right about this. You start seeing them red flags just like Priest seen them. And what she do? She did everything she could. Oh, you don't want to pass this up, do you? It's a good thing we got going on. Ain't that right, Sansa?
You have to stop trying to collect so many though, because women be trying to collect red flags. Like, how many red flags do you need before you decide to leave this man alone? How many?
Goddamn, Priest seen so many motherfucking red flags. So yeah, how many? I love to hear this number from her.
Do you need 3? I say do 3. If you really need it, do 3. But listen, for me, it's
okay. Do 3. Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That sounds like a friendly game of baseball, Sasha Ray. So let's go off your 3. Let's do that. So you didn't have your own house. That's one red flag. You didn't own your car. That's a red flag. You didn't have stable income. That's a red flag. Bitch, you been a goner.
First one, I got rid of a man earlier this year because this fool showed my pictures to his homeboy when we hadn't even been on our first date yet.
He showed your picture to his homeboy. Okay, and what's wrong with that? Oh, I forgot. You're a celebrity, and he would have noticed you, and he'd be like, "Oh, stay away from that ain't shit, bitch, dog." Because let that have been me. I'd have told him. I'd be like, "Nigga, look, nigga, change your phone number, nigga. Matter of fact, tell her you don't stay there if she been to your house, man. This bitch gonna do you like she did Priest, dog. That's why she motherfucking stop fucking with him. If this shit is true."
And I told him how important it was for me to have privacy and how I was uncomfortable with men who gossip. And my thing was, please do not go out and tell our private business. And then when I have to respond to you telling our private business, you go out there and make it seem like I'm telling our business because I have to respond to you.
Bitch, what business do you got? You don't got shit. You don't have shit. So what the fuck is it to tell? Y'all heard this bitch? Oh shit. This bitch got the motherfucking nerves. I told y'all she want this shit to be a one-way street. Her way or the motherfucking highway. Because the nigga showed your picture. And your picture plastered all over the fucking internet. Why did she send those old booty pics to someone she hasn't gone on the first date with? Right. Exactly. She, you know, like I said, you bring that up, she'll have an excuse for it. She'll have an excuse for it.
That's what men have been doing. They've been walking around, my exes walking around telling our business. And then when I respond to them, they tell everybody, oh, I started it. I'm the one that brought our personal business to the forefront. No. These men walking around whispering to their homeboys and other women and all types of stuff about what's happening inside of these relationships or these relationships that they used to be in. And then all of these rumors start. And so I was telling the man, like, listen, if you want me to be involved with you, you really got to learn how to keep your mouth closed. Like, you really got to learn how to respect my privacy.
Well, bitch, you sitting up here telling it now, so it ain't private no more. Told you the shit don't apply to them. But anytime it's done to them, oh no, you ain't supposed to do it. You violated. You lame for that.
And if you can do that, me and you can rock with each other. But before we can even go on a date, he had already showed his homeboy my picture and they had already started gossiping about me. And he revealed to me that all this time he was lying to me, claiming he didn't know who I was, when really he did.
So he knew you was an ain't shit bitch. Oh, okay. So shit, he was just trying to see what's good. That's all.
Really, he literally sat there and lied to me, pretending like he didn't know who I was. Meanwhile, the whole time he knew who I was because he showed his friend a picture of me. And him and his friend talked about me because his friend recognized who I was. That made me get rid of dude right there. Red flag number one. Red flag number one. Some other people would have been like, oh, that was petty. You could have just stayed with him. No, that was red flag number one. It was time for me to exit stage left and be.
Well, shit. Okay. Well, that was red flag number one. Okay. Well, shit. What makes you think Pre should get back with your ass? All these red flags you got.
Done with him altogether. No need for me to look for a second and third red flag. He let me know who he was right there. He let me know he was going to be the type of dude that was going to spread our business, sit around and gossip, talk to other men about who he's sleeping with, the type of man that probably lie on his penis. You know, the underdeveloped men, the underachieving men, the underqualified men. Yeah.
Okay, she sitting there talking about somebody lying on their motherfucking dick and shit. Now, ain't it the same bitch that said she slept with Ray Lavender? Then she clicked up, oh, no, we ain't here, we're just friends. Ain't this the ones that made up the lie that said she slept with Ocho Cinco to get some shit started? Some of y'all probably don't remember that, but for the ones that do, y'all know what I'm talking about. But she talking about a man lying on his dick, but she does the same motherfucking thing. She lying on no motherfucking pussy.
Men like that. Don't nobody got time for that. So just remember that, ladies. I am here for you. I'm giving you advice. I'm going to tell you stories about stuff that happened in my life now. You can listen to the stories. You can apply some of the advice I have to your life, but it's up to you. You can take it or leave it. I'm just going to tell you my experiences. I've been through a lot, and I've been here for a long time. I want to give you the best guidance possible to navigate this life. Life can be very complicated sometimes, especially when you are inside of relationships and you are dealing with love. So I posted on Twitter. Not a lot of people follow me on Twitter. I got a little tiny Twitter page. It's almost like a Finsta. You know what a Finsta is? It's like the ugly page, the ugly Instagram page. That's what my Twitter page is like. And my social media managers post my tweets to my Instagram. So on my Instagram is this post that I put up on Twitter. And it said, I used to love so hard without expecting love in return. Then when I turned 30, I changed. I was feeling drained. I decided to give love one more try. And if my love didn't get reciprocated, I knew love wasn't real. I'm 40 now. ... When I feel love for a man, I don't water the seed. Now, a lot of people don't know what that means. A lot of people may have thought it was poetic. But one guy came into my comment section and said, I thought you was poly. I was like, is he confused or
Yeah, he confused. Because one day you poly, the next day you're a spiritual wife, every day you're an ain't shit bitch. So what hey, he asked a good question.
I'm confused. Like, here's my thing. Okay, I don't have the patience and the crayons to keep trying to explain polyamory to people. And for some reason, a lot of people confuse poly relationships with promiscuity. It's not the same thing. Usually, when people are in poly relationships, it includes a lot of love, a lot of care, and a lot of friendship and respect and maturity from one another. It's not promiscuity, okay? When you're dealing with monogamous relationships, a lot of times there's a lot of love inside of those relationships, but people are hiding their promiscuity. They like to cheat, they like to lie. In poly relationships, everyone has a level of love and respect for one another where they're open and honest. It just means that the communication is extremely honest and everybody is responsible for their own feelings and their own thoughts. And they're also responsible for everybody else's feelings and try to do whatever they can to not hurt somebody else. It's a very honest type of relationship. So whether a person is polygamous, where they're married to more than one person, or they're polyamorous, where they're in more than one relationship, it doesn't mean that there's a lack of love. And usually when men participate in promiscuity, The word that they get stuck on when they're talking about poly is the word poly, which means multiple. When people are promiscuous, they sleep around with a lot of different people, right? When you're dealing with polyamory, it's not the same thing. It's not that you're going around and you're having all of these casual flings with people. Usually it's more than one relationship. You're having more than one relationship. And it doesn't mean like if you're a woman and you are dating two guys and these two guys know about each other, it doesn't mean that these two guys are also inside of a relationship with each other. A lot of people believe that if two guys get inside of that situation, they must be homosexual or they're having sex with one another. That doesn't necessarily mean that if it's a poly situation. Polyamory is not for everybody. Polygamy is not for everybody. But if monogamy was one of the most perfect things and one of the best types of relationships to get in, then why are people having such horrible relationships? We're having a lot of breakups. We're having a lot of marriages where people are getting divorced. And a lot of times the reason why people are getting divorced or they're breaking up is because of cheating and lying. One thing that doesn't happen, that isn't supposed to happen inside of a polyamorous relationship, is people not knowing what's going on. You know, poly is just an open situation where everybody involved knows who's involved and they have respect for one another and each other. And a lot of people think that that's strange, but why is that strange? But claiming you're committed to someone inside of a monogamous relationship and lying or deceiving them isn't strange. Why is it more acceptable for people to get into these monogamous relationships and cheat on one another, but it's not as acceptable to be inside of a poly relationship? Just because you are in a poly relationship doesn't mean you do not love. Okay, that's another thing. Now, I haven't been in a polyamorous relationship in a really long time. The last time I was in a relationship was in 2017 when I was with my son's father.
All right, here it goes. Here it goes. Let's sound off. Let's sound it off, y'all. There goes the pre-story. Yep. Here the pre-story comes. It's coming. It is coming. Well, she never fails us. She never fails us. Told you, she want everything to go around her narrative. Poor Sansaray. Poor Sansaray. She want everything and everybody to go around her situation. Like she has the most awful, most disgusted situation it is on planet fucking Earth. She just can't, y'all. She can't, to save her fucking monkey ass life, not to bring up the pre-story. It's like Priest must have told her and looked in the eye like, baby, I love you. I don't want to be with nobody but you. And that's something no man has ever fucking told her. He had to. Cause this shit right here, this shit been going on for 3 motherfucking years, bitch. Oh man. All right. Let's listen.
He and I broke up. I almost got married earlier this year. I was dating someone for a little while, but this was a guy that I had been dating on and off since I was in middle school. So I was just giving him one more try before I gave up altogether. And unfortunately, he...
Hold up. You was dating this dude ever since middle school. Motherfuckers change. You don't know that motherfucker like that. You know him, but you don't know him. You talking about giving him one more chance and one more try. Like I was gonna go back to high school. I mean, your middle school love or shit. Like, bitch, come on. For real?
let drugs and alcohol be the cause for the demise of our situation. So I'm single. He and I was in a monogamous situation, but he also understood that if he was interested in another female, that could be something that he could say to me. Now, we did have a problem inside of our situation where he went off and did something with a stripper, and he did it behind my back. And that was a problem for me.
So this is the same dude that's supposed to be on Potter and PCP. This is supposed to be the same dude.
I'm a polyamorous woman. All you got to do is say something. If I got to find out something about you when you're not around, or someone tells me something that you have done with another woman, and it's not something that you have told me yourself, that's when it becomes humiliating. It's not humiliating when you're saying to me, listen, genuinely, I'm a human being. I'm attracted to this other woman, for X amount of reasons. I respect the fact that you can tell me that. Now, not stealing my choice is the thing. When people get in a relationship with each other, a lot of times they steal each other's choice. You make people believe that you love them, and then you go sleep with someone else, or you love someone else and you're lying about, the person that you're in a relationship. You're lying to them, making them feel like you love them. And I've seen that happen so much to so many different people. And so for me, I just didn't want to be included in something that was so detrimental and something that could destroy someone. So what I meant by this post was simple. I used to love loving. I used to love loving because feeling love is such a positive thing. It feels so good to me. And I wasn't expecting love in return. It was enough for me to feel love for someone else. And that was satisfying enough. And then when I turned about 30, I realized that I wanted love in return. And I wanted that same type of love to where someone was loving me just as hard as I was loving them. And that didn't happen for me. And so now that I'm 40 years old, I don't feel love the same. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's different. If I feel myself falling in love with a man, I already classify it as something that's not real. So I just shut it off. And it could be psychological. It could be a defense mechanism. But now
Okay. Just as I stated before. Basically, this relationship counselor right here that we're listening to doesn't know how to find love. Basically, this relationship counselor that we're listening to doesn't know what love is. So, Sasha Ray, with that being said, how can you be a motherfucking relationship counselor when you yourself don't know how to identify when a person loves you or know when a person loves you or know when you're in love? How does that work, Miss Relationship Counselor?
start to feel like I'm longing for a man, or I'm genuinely like interested in him and I might be falling in love with them, I don't water that seed. I think it's because I'm waiting to see something from a man that is impressive to me as far as love goes.
Well, with the baggage you got, bitch, you gonna be waiting.
I haven't seen that with guys. Like, guys will tell me they love me, guys will take me out, guys will buy me things, guys will be there for me, through it all. But do I see what I need to see as far as the details of, what I believe a relationship is when two people are like soul tied together? Or do I see that I could share something sacred with this guy, or we genuinely have a friendship, or something, the elements of a relationship that has some type of longevity? Do I see that? No. So if I start feeling like I'm falling in love with a guy, but I don't feel like he's doing enough, I don't water the seed. I just stop. I just stop it right there. And until I feel a man falling in love with me, I'm not going to water that seed.
Well, if you go do that or planning to do that, you ain't gonna get no further than where you stopped at. Because being in a relationship take work on both sides.
That's all the post meant. I don't know why the dude brought up poly stuff. I don't know what that was about. But I did.
He brought it up because he thought you was poly. So if you so much poly, why are you worried about, you know what I'm saying, trying to be loved? That's why he brought it up.
I want to explain, poly relationships with people and explain how I am with love right now, because a lot of people saw me like fall in love with my son's father and they saw us break up. So that's why I'm standing with love right now. And sometimes I feel like the way that I used to love was a little immature and fake, and people don't genuinely fall in love that way. Love is not a fairy tale at all. At all. And I think the things that I thought that were a part of being in love weren't it. And when I would see guys do certain things for me, I would equate that to him being in love with me, but that wasn't the case. And so now that I know that, it's just I'm looking for something else that I'm not seeing. So it's easy for me to reject guys. And I've always been bad with, rejecting a whole bunch of men all the time. I reject men like crazy. I don't know. I say no a lot. I think it's because so many men try to get at me.
I think motherfucking men reject you more than you reject men. I'm just saying.
So many men try to holler at me. So I say no a lot. And it takes a lot to impress me, especially now. If it took a lot when I was younger to impress me, it definitely take a lot now. Excuse me as I...
Okay, let's fast forward through this shit. No, hold on. Hold up.
Women and single mothers. So, matter of fact, I seen a video the other day by this guy who was basically telling his audience that they should not feel sympathy for single mothers. I unsubscribed from his channel so fast. I was like, oh my God, when did this dude turn into a Dusty? Because that's like Dusty mentality. Like, you gotta be leery of any person that feels comfortable with telling another person who they shouldn't have sympathy for. Like, come on, sympathy is sympathy. Sympathy is one of those things. It's just like gratitude. You know what I'm saying? It's just like something that happens in life. Sometimes, having compassion and sympathy for other people is a positive thing. It doesn't mean that you have to attach some type of egregious action.
Right, so she said a Ford Explorer at Princess Earth.
To it that might, disgust you or might make you lose your dignity. But having sympathy for somebody that may be in an unfortunate situation, or that may be causing them pain, that's fair. That's like a human trait. If you are online or even just having a general conversation with someone and you're encouraging them to not have sympathy for someone who may be hurting, I can't. That's just, I don't know. So anyway, I unsubscribed from this channel, unfortunately. Like, I was kind of, trying to see if I could dig some of these guys that, get on social media and they're giving advice to other men. Like, it's easy for me as a woman to get on social media and see other people giving advice, like other men giving advice to women. But usually when I see men giving other men advice, it's usually the worst advice ever. It's like men are teaching men to be worse instead of better, or teaching them to be selfish, or teaching them to be like misogynistic or cruel to women. And that's so unfortunate to me, because how is that creating better unions and better families when they're dealing with women in general? We're not talking about race here. We're just talking about how men are dealing with women in general of all colors. Like, if you're teaching them to have this callous, cruel way of thinking as far as women goes, there is not going to be any type of unification, and these relationships are going to continuously be difficult to be in. Don't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody got time for that. But anyway, so as women, listen, somebody got to date the Dusties. So when I do hear women out here
And somebody got to date the Dustettes. Boy, she is having a good old time over there calling everybody a goddamn Dusty. You're not a high value man. Oh my God. Motherfuckers that took that goddamn word and ran with that shit, man. I mean, seriously. Everybody a Dusty now. Okay.
And pick me's like, oh, it's not their fault that they're not taking care of their kids. Maybe they just don't know any better. Come on, we're talking about a grown ass man here. We're not talking about a puppy or a toddler.
Right, Shell. Where are all these suitors at? Why did she have to fly in a PCP attic if she had so many options? Exactly. Doesn't take a rocket science to figure that shit out, y'all. So I figure out about a lot of these motherfuckers on the internet. Because they ain't getting no play in their motherfucking city. That's why. Or they tired of their city and they venture out. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't sit here and make it seem like, oh, all the motherfucking niggas and bitches want me. And you can't get shit in your own goddamn city. Come on now. She been there 3 years. 3 fucking years. And still can't find shit. Well, shit, she can't find a goddamn house. So shit, I see why.
What about a grown man here, especially if he's over 30? Y'all gotta stop giving these men over 30 the benefit of the doubt, man. Because listen, when they was a teenager and in their early 20s, they might have been trying to, experience stuff. Maybe they was out here learning lessons. Maybe they was just trying to see what was going on. But after a certain age, if you haven't started accumulating those lessons and applying that stuff to your life, something is really deeply wrong with you. And
something is deeply, deeply wrong with you. We see that. We saw that.
Be in the process of dating to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. If you are feeling comfortable as a woman with dating a man, even though he has these broken relationships with more than one woman that he has children with, and you think you about to get with him and the situation about to be any different, you got another thing coming. You have to watch the pattern. You have to watch the pattern these men have with women. It's the same thing with women. Men, you gotta watch the pattern with women. Like, if women are consistently having a communication problem over and over and over again with more than one guy, you gotta start thinking like, okay, who is the common denominator in this? Who is the common denominator?
9 times out of 10 is your ass, bitch. That's who the common denominator is. It's you. It's always you.
So, ladies, like I said in the post, these are the men that we really need to start like putting on this not to do list. There is nothing attractive about a man who is not taking care of his children. No man who has walked the earth, had some type of intimacy with a woman, and enjoyed the benefits of having intimacy with this woman, if he can't handle the responsibility of sharing intimacy with that woman, the consequences that come out of sharing intimacy with a woman, that means he does not have respect. He doesn't deserve the benefits if he can't deal with the consequences that he may not agree with. I mean, those are two things that go together. If you're going to sit up here and enjoy sharing intimacy with a woman, being that close to her, you also need to enjoy the fact that there might be a seed that comes out of it. You understand what I'm saying? And if men can't do that, these are the men that you need to make sure they understand how socially awkward and ostracized that they are. This would eliminate a lot of men walking away from.
Exactly, man. We were saying that on the last live. Bill said Sanshre always has to dig in her past mates to see if the spark is still there. Shake my head. But can I afford a new boo unless it's online? Exactly. Someone has a problem. Exactly. I said this in some other streams as well. I already figured it out. The bitch so motherfucking socially awkward, she don't know how to step to a man.
The responsibility of being a father. If women just came together and decided, no, that's not the type of guy I'm going to have sex with. I don't care if he's attractive. I don't care if he has a big, tool to work with. I don't care if he's financially stable. I don't care if he's employed. The things that we require from men, the standards that women have, are what make men behave the way that they do. Most women, we all have like similar complaints as far as men go. You've seen women sit here.
Hey, yeah, I just thought of something. It's gonna take some teamwork though. This is gonna be funny though. Just think about this though. We start this new series, right? I got another new series coming up, new name series for this shit right here. But I'm gonna tell y'all that later. But I just thought of a new series. Who wants to date the rat? We'll pay we'll cash out some dudes $10. We'll give them an overview. We'll bring them on the show, give them an overview of the rat, and we'll play some clips of hers, you know what I'm saying, to see, hey, would you date her? We'll, ask some questions like, shit like that, like okay, what would you do on the first date? What y'all think about that? Let me see some hold on, let me go to the bottom of the screen. Who wants to date the rat? Straight up. No, hey, that should be funny than motherfucker, man. For real. Somebody said a rat, that's a good one. Nah, flavor of the rat. Let me catch that one. Oh shit. Oh shit. I think I like the rat of love. Now, flavor of the rat. Both of them good. I think the rat of love is more catchier. Who loves the rat? Oh shit. That shit would be funny as fuck, man. Shit, we got 40 motherfuckers in here. We had 23 likes, 1 dislike. That's what's up. We had 24 likes. Okay, cool. Let's get up to 30. Yeah. Nah, serious, but we're gonna have to get some contestants. Y'all gonna have to bring them over. Just let them know, hey, you come on this show, you get $10 for 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We'll show a picture of her. We'll ask him what he think about her. You know what I'm saying? Would he take out on a date? What would he do on the first date? Shit like that, Oh shit. Man, that should be hilarious to the motherfucker, man. Cause niggas ain't gonna know shit about her. She gonna be over here watching this shit. Oh shit. Oh man. But yeah, that I think that'd be a dope ass little series. We get a couple of dudes. They come over here and see what they think about the rat. Oh man. Oh man. Shit, might find out a good match. Oh.
Talk about men. Have you looked at a Facebook group or went to like some type of panel where women were talking about relationships in a live stream? Men tend to all kind of behave in a similar manner. And I believe that that's the fault of women because of what we require.
Nah, Veronica. Nah, we ain't gonna recommend them. Nah, we ain't gonna set a motherfucker up like that. Nah, it's just gonna be all for motherfucking laughs. Now we're gonna break it down to them. We're gonna see if they still want to date her. Oh shit. Oh man. You say Jay Fitness and Fleetwood Mac. Them two, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Mark need to be the first contestant. Shit. She old Mark's, but man, I'm trying to tell y'all, Mark gonna get that. He gonna get that with no problem. She know it. Shit, Mark come out there to California. The rat got open wide. Shit, either we fucking or I'm talking. Now, which one you wanted to be, Sansaray? She know it. All the money that Mark sent her, the lies he been covering up for her, the chat rooms he couldn't go in. Oh no, yeah, she owe Mark big time. I mean, big time. You know, Mark know. Hey, Mark know he good for it. Said Mark know he good as gold. Shit, she meet up with Mark. Ain't no questions asked. I ain't trying to hear that shit. That's what Mark gonna be like. Shit, either we fucking or I'm talking. Which one you wanted to be? Oh shit. But no, we ain't gonna set people up with her for real. We just gonna ask them what they, you know what I'm saying, think about dating her. That's all.
Standards are, and it's a lot of women who have low standards, and I'm not sure what that shit is about, but I'm here to tell you to get a grip, sis. You gotta get a grip, sis, because if you out here only looking out for yourself, you have to understand when that boomerang come back and hit you back in the face. You had a baby by this dude and was just wishing and praying that he take care of your kids, even though he ain't take care of his others. You will end up being just like those women. And I'm not talking to women who were lied to or who were.
Now listen to her. She's trying to exclude herself from this. Just listen.
With men who tried to make their baby mama out to be the devil incarnate, when really all they baby mama wanted was for them to take care of their kids, and they never really, tried to put forth any effort. I'm not talking about those type of women. I'm not talking about women that had no idea. I'm talking about the women that know very damn well that these men are deadbeat, but you're still dating them. You're still having them take you out places. You're still having, sharing intimacy with them. Why are you even having a conversation with dude? To me, that still says a lot about your self-esteem as a woman. You gotta be more interested in high-valued men, okay? High-valued men do not walk around here not taking care of their children. High-valued men take care of their children and make sure that their children have everything that they need, whether they marry the mothers or not. Do you understand that? High-valued men want to be fathers, and if they don't want to be fathers, they have enough sense to either get a vasectomy or put on some protection. No high-valued man is going to be walking around here with this collection of baby mamas, okay? Don't be so anxious to join the club. No high-valued man is going to do any of that. So if you, want you a good man, you complaining about how you can't never find one, why your standard low? Why are you dealing with a dusty? Only a dusty would encourage a man to not take care of his kids or be the type of man that isn't taking care of his kids. High value men just don't do that. So ladies, next time you're going through the dating process with a guy, you find out this man has children, you need to ask him what's really going on with the mothers of his children.
Okay, well, you can switch it up as well. Sansaray, what's really going on between you and your baby daddies? See, it works two ways, Sansaray.
With his children, usually when you're dealing with a good dude, him and his baby mama genuinely have like a cool situation anyway. Most good guys, him and their baby mama, if he picked a decent mother of his children, because he might have made a mistake too and picked, a bird.
Yeah, we know. Priest made a mistake. He picked the bird brain. We know.
But most grown.
That's why she laughed. Because she's talking about her goddamn self.
Women, like most high value women, attract high value men. And most high value men attract high value women. And even if their relationship didn't work out for various reasons, it doesn't mean that either one of them is any less valuable. It just means that they weren't suitable for each other. They may have been married at one point. They may have kids together, but usually if you're dealing with two high value people, they are cordial with each other anyway. You know, they really got a decent co-parenting relationship. High value people take pride in good co-parenting relationship. Me and my daughter's father have an amazing co-parenting relationship, and you guys have heard me talk about that before. If you haven't, I got plenty of videos where I discuss, you know, my relationship with my daughter's father. Now, me and my son's father.
There you go. It never fails us. It never fails us. We got to reload on this bitch. Here you go. We go to pre-story.
We don't have a relationship at all. Like, he's never met our son. And I think I kind of like it that way, you know, because I don't think he is competent enough to take care of a child. I don't think he has enough sympathy and compassion to be able to take care of a child. I wouldn't even be able to, you know, like, trust him with a child. And the only reason why I figured
you're not able to trust him with a child, but you trust him enough to go bareback with him. Now make that make sense, bitch. Listen to him. You know, I wouldn't trust him to be with a child because he don't have enough sympathy and compassion. But you trust him to go barebacking you. Right, Sansaray? Oh, I know your excuse. You didn't see the red flags.
out was how he treated me during my pregnancy. And you can learn a lot about a man by how he treats you during your pregnancy.
Oh, that's the only way you can learn a lot about a man? Is how he treats a woman by, excuse me, how he treats a woman when she's pregnant? That's what you're saying?
Telling you, like, in my single moms group on Facebook, it's pregnant women in there, and the stories that I hear, the stuff that they say about how careless and rude and cruel these men are while these women are in such a fragile state, says a lot about what kind of father that they are going to be. So when I saw that my son's father was treating me so bad during pregnancy, I already knew he would be a terrible father.
How the hell did he treat you so fucking bad, bitch, when you ran off across the fucking country 3,000+ miles away? How did he treat you so bad? How can a person treat you so bad that's that goddamn far from you?
And, you know, it's one thing for you to be dating a guy and be how I was, where we would sit down and we would talk about having kids together all the time. And he was talking about how he wanted to be a father and how he would be a great husband. And we were having all of these positive conversations about building a family together. And then when the time came for us to build it, how nasty and cruel he became. When you see a man switch when things get real like that, oh my God. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. You're like, oh my God, this is the person that I'm pregnant by. The only thing you can do after that.
Nah, I think we seen it in his face before we seen it in yours, bitch. We seen it in his face. We seen pre-spirit leave his body. I never seen a picture like that. Man, somebody need to give me that motherfucking picture, man. That could be a motherfucking good viral ass picture to say, caption this. Oh shit. That nigga priest looked like his soul just left his body. Like, God damn, am I living? Oh shit. I swear for God, man. Somebody need to get that picture. I think I got it on one of these videos. I can't remember which one it is, but that motherfucking picture right there, man. I tell y'all, that shit, I thought that shit was gonna go viral. It still can go viral now. Cause that picture right there, man, that shit said a lot. Like, what the fuck did I do? Like, oh my God, I'm in trouble. That picture, you see earth and heaven together. You said put it on the shirt.
Is prepare yourself. Prepare yourself to be able to take care of a child alone. And here's my thing. Taking care of a child alone is difficult. It can be hard sometimes. You're not struggling all the time. A lot of people want you to believe that, being a single mom is like this terrible struggle, but it's a lot of women choosing to be single moms. But my thing is prepare yourself to be a single mother, even if you are in a marriage, even if you are in a relationship. Prepare yourself from the beginning, okay? Always factor in whether you're ready to be a mother by yourself first, because if you are not ready to carry a child alone, you don't need to have a child at all, because anything could happen to that man. That man could pass away. He may not just voluntarily walk away because he wanted.
Shit, that's what Priest look like, Science Ray. Look like he passed the fuck away. He look like, fuck it, I don't want to live no more. That nigga look like, goddamn, is this life for real? Look like he was just a born again. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh man. Poor Priest, y'all. Poor Priest, man. Hey man, we gotta find that picture, man. We gotta find that picture. We seriously do. Because I ain't gonna lie, it looked like that man's soul left his body. Like, fuck it, I don't want to be here no more. All right, let's get back to this bitch.
With another woman, or he just up and decides he wants to be a dusty and not take care of his children. Something could happen to him. So you have to be prepared before all that. Now, I'm not trying to relinquish men of their responsibility, and I'm not sitting here trying to not hold men accountable, when they when I tell you to be prepared, but I do need you to understand, regardless to whether these men are good fathers or not, your children will always rely on you. They will always rely on their mother more than they rely on their father, 9 times out of 10. So it's not that, I'm trying to prepare you to be a single mom, or I'm telling you to prepare yourself. Just understand that your children will rely on you more than they will rely on their fathers. So anyway, I hope this was informative for you. I hope this made you think. Make sure you put whatever you want inside of the comment section below.
Oh, she said we could put whatever we want inside the comment section. Bitch, you know this a goddamn lie. Fuck out of here. Told you, motherfuckers on this motherfucker say shit for sound fact. That shit sounded good. Oh, we can sound straight? Oh, okay. Block. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up right there. I might go back live later on. I gotta get some work done on this YouTube shit. I'm gonna be working on this YouTube all this week because I've been neglecting it for the past 2 weeks. But I'm gonna redo the page, redo my page, all that shit. What else? You said quantum leap into another year, right? Hey, BZ, and that's a good one. When he transitioned out to another body, that's just what it looked like too. Hold on, let me catch that one. That's just what the fuck he looked like too. Like he like, fuck this. I need to go to another world now. Scotty, beam me up. Oh shit. Hey man, I swear for God, this shit never gets old for some high fucking reason. But I got the new series coming out called Surviving the Rat. Yep. Surviving the Rat. I'm making a banner for it now. So expect to see the commercial upload. Yeah, I might have to make this one nice and trendy. But let me see. Yeah, let's see. Anybody want to come up and commentate? Yeah, let me go and let people come up. Yeah, got a minute. Like I said, I go later, a lot later on. It's gonna be more so towards think about bringing this war on blacks back out. But I want, well, I know the election today. Oh, you got it, Mill? Yeah, it's thrown at the below. STL4U.YT@gmail.com. Yeah, anybody want to come up, they go and come on up before I close on out. Okay.
Yep, it is.
Welcome to the conversation.
Hey, can you hear me, STL?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So look, this girl is crazy as hell. First of all, how she gonna talk about a man being a dusty and a high value man? She 40 years old, like you said, living with her mama, her daughter, and a baby. 40 years old, doesn't have a career, doesn't own any property, let alone not own any property. She not renting a house, she not renting a condo. She doesn't have a stable career. So what kind of how she speaking on a high value man? So she sounds just like a dusty that she talking about the men are. It don't make no sense.
Right.
Right. And then talking about waiting 6 months. Okay, that makes sense when you are young, when you're in your 20s or 30s or something like that. A woman my age, if I was single, what the hell I'm waiting 60s? What the hell I'm waiting 6 months for? I could be dead. Shit. Okay, I know what I want at that age. You know what I'm saying? That applies at where you are in your life. I don't need to wait 6 months at my age. I'm in my late 50s. What the hell? Wait for what? I mean, by that, and at 40 years old, she should be able to see, where a man is coming from. It shouldn't take her 6 months to a year. What's wrong with her?
Well,
You know what I mean?
like I said, she's setting all these standards to sound so fucking good. Like she's a reborn again Christian, Buddhist, whatever the fuck she is. But we know that's not gonna happen. I mean,
Exactly.
she steady reaches out to her past, and she's still doing it, y'all.
And she talking about why did the guy bring up polygamy? He didn't ask her for a definition. He asked her was she still
Right,
doing
exactly.
polygamy? Right. He didn't ask her what the
Because, like I said,
definition
one day she
was.
polygamy, the next day she a spiritual
Right.
wife, the next day she's somebody's wife, next thing she celibate. It's like, goddamn.
Right. She's trying to act like I never said that I was involved with polygamy. Lying ass. And who was the man she was gonna marry that was in middle school? I never heard that one before.
That's the same dude that was on PCP and Potter.
uh she needs to go sit down somewhere talking about a high value man. A high value man don't want her. Okay? Why would he want her? It don't make no sense. What is she and what are they bringing to the table? What is she bringing to the relationship?
Shit, Dusty, what's the dog name? Dusty Benji and Kathy and Damo.
Okay. And what high value man would want his woman on? If she want a high value man, maybe she need to come off of OnlyFans with all them naked ass pictures, okay? That's
Yeah,
Photoshop.
well, like I said, she'll have an excuse for that. Oh,
Uh-huh.
no, then there'll be old pictures. Oh,
That
those
be
are so
old pictures.
old. Yeah, those
Right.
are so old.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's something
Mm-hmm.
I used to model back then.
Right.
But
But
it
the
just said you
OnlyFans
just
page is
yeah, right,
recent.
right. But he'd be like your OnlyFans page said you just joined this year.
Right. Exactly. She needs to go somewhere and sit down. I just cannot with her. And I'm so sick of her talking about priests. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Oh, you know everything gonna revert back to priest.
Everything is back to priest.
Yeah.
So she really has not changed. She
Nah,
has
nah,
not
nah. She ain't gonna change. Nah,
changed at
nah. She too comfortable.
all.
Mail so gorgeous. I
It's the
checked the
same
email.
old her.
I didn't see the email. Let me check my spam. But we got Ivy as well. Go ahead, Ivy.
Hey y'all, this
Hey,
woman is a
Ivy.
damn fool. Hey,
Hey.
you had me cracking up when you said I might be dead.
You said what?
When she said, "Yeah, what am I waiting for? Because I might be dead."
She said, "What do you wait for?" She
No,
might be
not
dead. What?
Sadre. No, not Sadre. It's God bless, right?
No, that was saying.
Oh, that was Sid. Yeah, when she said, "What am I waiting for?" Like, I agree with that. Like, I get what she's trying to say, but at this point, I just feel like I like y'all do. But everything is high value. Everybody's high value. High value doesn't mean shit if the person isn't high quality. It's irrelevant.
Right.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like just look at these rappers, multimillionaires and stuff like that. But it doesn't make any sense at all because they're not actually high quality men. She's
Right.
ridiculous. She's just absolutely ridiculous. And then if y'all vote, which I hope y'all do, I hope y'all, if y'all haven't already, actually get out and vote today. But I just pay these people. I just play these people no mind. Everybody's saying things. Everybody's high value. You got people who aren't qualified, who have never been married, or who haven't been had never been successfully married, talking about marriage, and everybody thinks they have absolute authority when it comes to this, and people just taking each other's talking points. Nothing original or realistic is being said, and it's just like whatever at this point.
Right. Exactly.
Like y'all don't even make sense at this point. And then it's just like you're on YouTube and you're putting your business out there. So you kind of can't really be mad. It's just like it's gonna be hard. Like I'm not saying that people can't change. I'm not saying that a person can't be polygamous at one point of their life and then go to being monogamous, right? Because people are allowed to change and grow and be in different phases in their life. But it's just like you're making it harder for yourself when you go on the internet and you talk about these things. So now you're automatically making it other people's business, and you're making it possible for men who are interested in you to go on here and find out your information. And I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that because you were polygamous or you go to swingers clubs, you don't have the right to change your mind and change how you approach dating. But what I am saying is that when you put this information out here, it might make it so that people don't believe you, or they feel like, well, you were a swinger. Like it might just confuse people. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's just
It
like people
does.
not putting that info out there.
Right. It does. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like somebody saying they the police, then that next thing they talking about, oh yeah, I'm about that life. I'm in the streets. It's like, hold
Yeah.
up, they don't mix.
Right.
I mean, it kind of go together, but it doesn't mix. Those are two different people.
Yeah, exactly. Like it like yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Those are two things that should not exist in the same person at the same time.
Right. Exactly. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
she's ridiculous. I'm looking forward to the first episode of Rat of Love.
And like I said, we gotta get some contestants. That's the thing. Somebody who don't know the rat. That's gonna make it more interesting. We're gonna, we're gonna set it up in there. I'm gonna have it set up to where they see the picture. Be like, okay, what you think about this lady right here? She's a Uber driver. She makes she got 6 streams of income. I'm gonna break it down to them. So yeah, that will be funny as hell though.
Yeah, you can take like different clips of her talking and stuff like that and see how they
Yeah,
would rate her or something like
react
that.
to it.
It would be funny though.
Right.
You would have to worry though. She might try to track down. She might, you could though. You could take different clips of her talking about herself and her lifestyle and play it and then stop
Yeah.
it. Well, what this person think
Right.
about this? Like it's just this woman is ridiculous. And you could even take some of her Photoshop fake photos
Oh
for
yeah.
too to make it even funnier. This woman is ridiculous. Like you don't understand. Like you are living in a hotel. Like you don't have your stuff together. How do you have like it's because she doesn't have any friends in real life. But it's just like you have all of this time to go on internet. Girl, you need to be trying to find another job. Like,
well, that's too much like right. She'd have been did that. She ain't had no plans of that when she got out to California. Because when she was talking about when she get out there, you know, some of y'all know I'm not lying on this part. Oh, it's so many IT jobs out there in Silicon Valley. Oh, yes. It's plenty of jobs out there. And I'll be damned. She out there.
I mean, she's not, but if she has a degree, I mean, Sartre probably has one of those degrees that ain't worth anything because they're from one of these for-profit, non-accredited universities, like the type of places where they advertise themselves on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
And it says that the credits won't transfer anywhere else. That's probably what she has.
I doubt if she even got that.
I don't think she has it either. I think I'm not going to say, and you're not saying this either, that she didn't try, but I just don't think that she completed it. You know, so you could go to California all you want, but you would be a fool unless to go to the state of California. It's not like you're going there to further your education. You're trying to get your job with a half degree. Do you know how many people are competing for those jobs? Do you know how many top universities are in California?
You ain't got no recommendation either. Some people coming in with a recommendation.
Yeah, UC Irvine, University of California, UCLA, University of California at Berkeley, Stanford, all of these top universities in the state of California alone. And you're coming there thinking you're about to compete with these people with experience and actual degrees from top ranked universities. Like, she was stupid to move there without already having a job offer. California is not a place to do that. Because of how much money it costs to live in California, California is not a state for you to do something like that.
Nah, you gotta kind of go strapped and prepared for real, because you gotta expect the worst. You know, why you think so many so-called movie stars go there and they don't make it that far.
No, it's just it's just ridiculous. It really is just ridiculous. And I mean, I'm biased because I'm from New York, but I would rather try my luck in New York. Honestly, it's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. California is not a state to do that. Texas, Florida, right?
Yeah, she'd have been out definitely. Yeah, Texas.
Yeah,
Ohio. It's a little bit slow there. You know, she'd have got away with the Uber, but the cost of living is good. I would say that.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
like the cost of living. Oh, okay. It has enough jobs.
I'm factoring all in. I'm factoring,
I'm factoring in everything, not just the. I mean, she don't have that. I mean, what she can't afford? She can't afford her own place. So, quite frankly, she don't need to be worried about nightlife and stuff like that. Because, quite frankly, she can't afford it anyway. And I'm not even being funny. She literally can't afford to go out. You know what I mean? So,
right.
That doesn't need to be her priority. It needs to go to some place that's cheap, where jobs are good, where you can get yourself on your feet. California is where you go if you're from there and you've only ever lived there, or if you already have a good job offer in hand. California is not a place to go find yourself.
No.
It's not. It's too expensive.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, yeah, you definitely have to be on the road. You'll be busting tables and working a regular job.
Yep. So, yeah.
We got God bless up here. Go ahead, God bless.
Hey guys, listen, just one comment. I think one of the contestants should be a Chick-fil-A owner. Like, have the guys
Oh man. Oh man. That'd be too funny.
Oh, she'll jump on that. Yeah.
Yeah, she would. She think she eat all you can. She get all the gift certificates.
But you know what's so interesting about Sansa Ray? And I agree, you know, people change. Everybody changed their life. You know, what you used to do in your 20s or 30, you may not do now. So that's part of life. But what interesting about Sansa Ray, you can tell that she doesn't understand about being an adult. There are plenty of people who are adult that have active sexual life and also work full time or own a business, do hobbies. You know, you can do all at once. Some may act like if you cannot have a relationship without something else lagging. Because you notice that every time she talks about, she said, when I get in a relationship, I get distracted. But Sansaray, you're in your late 30s, you're almost 40. You're not in high school. I
You know
mean,
why she get distracted?
why? I just don't
Because
understand.
she be so worried about who that person is messing with. There's trip off a priest. When she first started dating priests, uh, she started making up fake accounts, trying to come at him and see if he'd take the bait.
Oh, I
This
didn't know
before
that.
he moved
I didn't know that.
the account. Yeah. He made a fake. She made a fake accounts to see if he'd take the bait.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you listen to her. You know, she kind of tells on herself a little bit as well, and it goes to show that he wasn't lying about that.
Well, anything that comes from Sansaray, it's just like Sansaray wants to be a saint now. Okay. But Sansaray, you know, and I know, if somebody come up to you, they don't even have to come up to you. They just have to send you an email, a text saying that I like your voice and I want to take you, your mama, and your baby out there to stay. You know what you're going to say? Let's talk for a week. Okay. And come up here. And I think
You
I'm going
asked
to marry
me.
you.
Maybe she need to jump at it. I said maybe because I don't know what type of situation that'd be, but shit, maybe she need to jump at that. Shit, she need to throw that 6 month shit out the goddamn window. Shit.
Sansaray don't need 6 months. I hate to say that because I'm going to say this. I'm going to be very, very nice. Sansaray need to be able to trick a guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fake it till you make it until you get what you have. Like, hey, I clean. I wash my body. And then once when he put the ring on, he say, ha ha ha, I got you now. I think that's what Sansaray used to do. I hate to say it.
Yeah, that's basically what she did with Priest. Yeah, that's basically what she did. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, me and Sonya still gonna be doing this. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we all could do it together. Shit, a month later, that changed. What you need to go over that for? she already did that with Priest. Right, Shell. Ivy, you want some? You want to go ahead, Ivy?
No, I'm good for right now. I'm just cracking up at y'all.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out because we're right at 2 hours. We're right at 2 hours. Let me see. Hey, y'all, it's been a minute. Oh, that's what's up, Bizarre.
Go vote. That's it.
Okay. Like I said, I might come back on later. About the voting election and some other things. Trying to think on what the hell I'm gonna call it if I do. Some very important things. Want to touch up on. Probably gonna just make it a real talk.
SL,
Go ahead.
one more comment. Don't you know it's that we all have different political views here, but everyone dislikes Sansaray? That's only we don't agree in nothing like taxation, political stuff, Black Lives Matter, but no one likes Sansaray.
Rat or die. Rat or die.
Sansaray has united us. That's all I had to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this up. This gonna be on the main channel. Well, because we are on the main channel. But yeah, like I said, I might go live later on. We might touch up. Excuse me. If I do, it's gonna be touching up on election and some other things that's going on. Sansaray will bring some people together, won't she? Yeah, she will. She will. I was somebody had comment under the one video I had with China, not China Fox, not China White, the China that knows her. And I fucked around and started listening to pretty much of that. a lot of that again. I was like, wow. Trying to think, dude, I want to go ahead and throw that as a premiere. So I might do that one day. Had that China interview as a premiere. But yeah, like I said, later on when I go live, I'm gonna be doing a real talk show. So like I said, we're gonna be touching up on the election as well as some other things that's going on. So if I go live later on, that y'all know that's what it's gonna be about. Okay. Other than that, I think that's just about all for everybody on the panel. Much love for coming up. God bless San and Ivy. So I'm gonna check y'all later. Until then, everybody stay up.